Welcome back, hosers. Today on Casual Gardening with Dustin, we are installing drip tape in the raised beds, finally, which means that as soon as this is done, I'll be able to go on vacation and leave my garden alone and be confident that it's going to be okay while I'm gone. All right, this weird little thing is the spigot off of my water share irrigation setup that I'm going to be running drip irrigation to my raised beds from. Here's what I've got so far, because I needed to figure out how to get from that male end to a half-inch drip irrigation line. So we've got this elbow set up, and then we go to the half-inch line. Go from the half-inch line, we got to go back to hose diameter because this is canal water. I want a filter in line, and from that, just to be safe, we're going to a pressure regulator, and then to my timer because I'd really like to be able to forget about things. So that's what we're doing first. All right, and now screw this on. So now we're connected to the spigot and we run down to the end of the timer here, which conveniently I figured out this nipple is 1.5 inch. All right, and here is where I'm going to go to my first tee. Cut this off here. And I'm going to tee off this way. Basically what I want to do here is I want to make it so that I create a box-shaped line around the perimeter of my garden. All right, so see back there, we go from the spigot along the south property line. I'm going to tee off in that corner and head from there down to the end of my rows. And the reason I'm doing that is because I might want to plant some things along the borders of the garden, because this path along the south fence is going to be closer to 5 feet wide, which means theoretically, if I can work around all the tree stumps, I could have a 2-foot wide planting bed to put some vining fruits up along the fence, which will add privacy and food. All right, I want it to be right around here. There we go. That elbow isn't going anywhere. Wrestling with the coiled half-inch tubing is the worst part. It's the absolute worst part. It's got that tension in it from being, well, coiled. You have to uncoil it to get it to do what you want. This corner is going to get another tee, and that's because this is the lowest corner in the garden. And my thinking is that in the fall, turn a little spigot and drain this from this point. Okay. There. These are my elbows. There we go. The other end on here, and I am going to take this down as well. So I'm going to start by dropping a tee. I'm going to drop it right here. I want this to still be tight when I'm done, so I'm going to actually take a little bit of length out of the line. All right, so here's my tee in position. I think this is all the line I'm going to run to that point. I am not thrilled with how far over this hangs. Let's just keep going and find out how it goes. then the end. I'm going to punch a hole right here and put this right here. This is going to be the very first time that I've used drip tape in my garden. 100 feet of drip tape. Each bed is going to take, oh, is there more? I think I didn't get enough drip tape. Now I'll need to close the other end. Turn that around. I can just use these to stake down my lines where I want them to be, like so. Staple that down right there, and let's install another emitter. I'm going to drop some batteries into my timer so that I can turn on the water and see what happens, because it's always good to know whether you've been doing things right. I've gone down line and closed all the valves, so nothing should happen when I open this valve at first. I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on. Well, that sounds like things were happening. Okay, switch it to on. I just heard the line pressurize. Let's see what happens when we go turn that valve over at the other end. All right, moment of truth. Huh, it made a noise. It's got a little pressurized. Oh, here it comes. You can feel it. Oh, there it goes. That's a strange sound it makes. One thing I think is really important for this video, even though it's not specifically drip irrigation, is mulch. And I just want to mention it in passing. We'll talk about mulch in more detail later. But this bed has not been watered today. It's just been heavily mulched with leaves. And I just finished installing my drip line. But let me show you, look, underneath these leaves, it is very damp and cool to the touch. It's the middle of the day. I'm working later than I should be because I want to get this drip irrigation system done today. And yeah, this soil that I mulched with leaf litter is cool and moist from yesterday and last night. So I think that's worth noting. If you mulch your beds, these are potatoes, in case you're wondering. If you mulch your beds, you can water less, and the watering will be more consistent. It's amazing. You should definitely use some sort of loose mulch. Now the reason I went with drip tape in this garden instead of the 1/4-inch line with spaced emitters is that drip tape is just a little bit more versatile. I could bury this if I wanted to, and the emitters will still work just fine. And let me tell you, buried emitters are going to be so water efficient. I hope you enjoyed what parts of the process were even easy to understand. And wow, that's a really loud something over there. Let's just wrap this up. Thank you for joining me in my garden, and I hope you have a wonderful time in your own.